Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. This video comes to you from a West Tennessee winter wheat field where a brand new 45-foot wide MacDon FD245 FLEXDRAPER head is working on harvesting the crop with a 550 horsepower, 410 bushel, Case IH 9250 Axial-Flow Combine. In this video, I would like to share with you the new features that are offered in MacDon's FD2 series of FLEXDRAPER heads. We'll take a ride inside the cab of this big Class 9 combine and visit with the operator about the features that he likes on the header and take a look at that new triple reel setup. I'll also visit with a representative from MacDon to talk about the features that are offered on these FLEXDRAPER heads from 30 to 50 feet. But first, let's head out to the field so you can see and hear all this harvesting action. I'm up in the cab of the 9250 Axial-Flow Combine, Class 9 machine, and it is operating the 45-foot wide MacDon FD245 head. You can see that new triple reel setup as it rolls along through the wheat crop. So, John David, the first thing I notice about this header is I'm used to the bar for the two reels right in your view of the platform and the throat of the combine.
Yes.
It must give you a lot better visibility out here.
Great. It's one of the best things that they've come up with, in my opinion. It's just awesome. It's totally wide open.
And it looks like you have a better view too, actually, of the cutter bar as well, where you can actually see from your seat.
That's correct.
Give them your perspective. You can actually, you don't have to lean forward to see what's going on up there.
That's correct. Just more comfort added to the whole cutting system.
So are there any special features as far as the controls of this header, or are you just using the Case IH joystick here and it's all plugged in?
It's all plug and play there. It's all the joystick. Real easy. Operator friendly. Of course, the ditches aren't too friendly, but
Looked like it rolled right through it though.
It did.
So.
Yeah.
So MacDon has increased the actual capacity or gathering capacity in the header. Do you notice any difference as far as your harvesting speed or capacity during the day of getting a few more acres in? Or
We have, as far as the capacity of the intake, one thing, the belt, the larger belt, the crops laying on it easier. Of course, you're not losing as much to, I guess you'd call it the header
loss. Really.
Header loss.
Yep.
You know, you can see it's laying back in there, nice and pretty. The speed wise, we could probably gain 1.5 miles an hour, probably.
That's a big difference.
Yes, it is a big difference. Of course, it'll take, let's see, a lot on here. Automation. Do 5 mile an hour. Enter. Run. So the machine's gonna do itself now.
We can see here climbing up in speed.
And as it starts loading itself too much, it'll decrease the ground speed. It's that old school mechanic said, I don't like this.
No, it's impressive how where it gets a little bit thicker, it
Yes.
pulls it back, and
Yes.
when you get lighter, it's
Yes.
jumping it right back up there.
Yes.
A heavy wheat crop like this, 45 feet at a time, that's a lot of material to bring in. And
Lots of material to bring in, lots of header to watch. Yes.
now I notice out there that the reel has kind of a different setup on the ends as well. It's not just a flat disc. I imagine that helps you avoid lodging when it gets a little bit wetter at night or the dew starts setting in.
It does. It does. Last night was the first night I actually run to about 9:30 with it. And it was very little. As you can see, we got a little bit right there, but it was very little.
Running this 45-foot head and you're unloading on the go, gives you quite a bit of room though, still stay away from the cart and everything, and
Yes,
keep on moving.
It does. It does. We of course we got the extended auger, but it does. It does a good job. It's like, I guess the old saying is night and day. I mean, they're steadily moving in the right direction as far as improvements. I'm very pleased with them. Other than that, I can't really.
Well, that's good.
I mean, it's pretty problem free. I mean, it's been good to us, even the FD1s.
That's good when it just goes out there and gets the job done and no frustrations.
That's right.
I'm here with Alan Gervais from MacDon, and we're going to talk a little bit about a brand new FD2 series of headers that has just been announced by the company. Pretty exciting, lots of updates.
Well, first of all, the new 2 series headers are available in 30, 35, 40, 41, 45, and 50 foot models. That's new for us. A couple of things that we kind of stressed about these new models that we talk about right away is the 20, 30, 70 syndrome. And that is, it's got 20% more capacity, 30% more cutting speed, and 70% more flex than the previous model had. Of course, it's still in 3 sections. One of the other big things too is on the 40 foot, 45, and 50 foot. 45 and 50 have a triple reel, which is standard equipment. 40 foot models, it's you have either a double reel or a triple reel. Triple reel would be an option. What we've tried to retain certainly on all our models is that relationship between the reel and the cutter bar, cutting very, very close at all times in any kind of crop conditions that you want to throw at them. And that's really one of our big features. Obviously, our reel is meant to do that as well, with a double or a triple reel, with the longer tines and also the cam angle that we can adjust depending on the field conditions.
Well, let's step out here and take a look at this new triple reel. It's impressive. You can see on this FD245, got the 3 different reels. So what advantage does your new reel give us?
In terms of advantages, obviously we've added some aluminum on all of the units just to make them slightly lighter, but certainly on the triple reel, what we've done is because of the 45 and the 50 foot and the extra 70% flex we've got in them, we've almost had to go to a triple reel to retain again that cutter bar to reel relationship. When you're getting real low in the reel and you're doing some flexing, you want all of the tines really spread over the entire cutter bar, nice and even. And so that's one of the big features of our reel, whether it be a double really or a triple reel.
Okay.
Moving back from the reel, of course, the other thing that we've done differently is it's a completely new cutting system that we had previously, and I can show you that real quick.
Let's take a look at that. Well, that swings out of the way nicely.
There's our new frame, and that's the way it looks, and that's the way we've designed it. And of course, if you see down here, the legs down below and stuff are quite a bit heavier than they were in the past. What's nice about the new cutting system, obviously, is that it's a direct drive hydraulic motor driven, and we also have a flywheel to add some momentum to the cutter bar itself. On this particular model, the 45 and the 50 foot, a dual drive is standard equipment. So this is new, and this is part of our new capacity feature. Obviously, is this type of a new knife drive, as well as that on the cutter bar itself. On the cutter bar itself, we really have two types of guard options. We have the standard, which is the pointed guard, and we actually have the option to all the way across the cutter bar, which is this type of a guard here that we have, which is called a plug-free guard, and that's available throughout the whole cutter bar if that's really what you want. Where you'd really want the plug-free guard and where it really works well, obviously, is in very down wet crop and also in rice. It really works well in the rice condition. The other thing we've done too is we've got new sickle sections. Sickle sections have about 25% more surface area than our previous models had as well. So that just again adds to the capacity of the machine.
And as we can see, the new kind of thinner aluminum set up on the framing of the header as well.
Yeah. Now the other thing too, in order to again increase that capacity, you really got to move the material back and into the combine. But as well as that, our deck is now a 50-inch deck as compared to what we had before, which was a 44-inch. Okay. Again, in tall, bushy crops, especially like canola, that's where this really does work well. It just gives you more area for the grain and the material to move back and then on into the combine. The aluminum itself, there's no stress points on the aluminum. Really, anything that there's a stress point on, we're still with steel. The other thing I didn't mention is on the tine bars on the reel itself.
Let's take a look at those.
Yeah. On the 45 and all of the triple reels, what I neglected to mention is that the tine bars themselves are all aluminum as well. Again, just taking some weight out of them. Our center, as far as the flex and float is concerned, again, 70% more float than we had previously, and but the center, the auger itself, is very similar to our previous model, other than we've also gone back to the solid fingers on the drum itself. Hydraulic system as well, and obviously it's been in the field here, but this is all brand new. It's one nice, neat package. 3 separate pumps. One pump that drives the knife itself. We got a pump also that drives the side drapers, and of course we got a separate pump that drives the center draper itself. One other feature that we do have on this model that we didn't have on the previous models is a nice easy way for the operator to speed up or slow down the knife. Again, if he's speed can cause some wear, obviously, but what's nice about it is if he's going a real high speed and he's trying to cut a large crop, obviously you want to turn your speed up on your knife to get that kind of capacity. If you don't need the capacity, you can turn the knife down, you can turn the side drapers down. Again, it just helps keep everything, the longevity longer on both types of the cutter bar system and as well as at the draper belts.
Well, thank you very much for the tour of this new header. It'll be exciting to see the new 2 Series out in the field. I'm sure they'll populate across North America pretty quickly, and it's exciting to see one of the early ones out here in the field today.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming.
I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with and learning about the new FD2 series of FLEXDRAPER heads from MacDon. For those viewers that are curious about the price tag of the FD245 model featured in this video, it has a list price of $149,000. I'd like to hear in the comment section below the video about the FLEXDRAPER or other type of headers that you run in your farming operation to harvest crops. If you've enjoyed the video, consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there are over 2,000 videos of farm machines in action. If you would like to see additional footage of MacDon draper heads harvesting crops, continue to watch this video for a few more seconds to the end screen, which will directly link you to additional Big Tractor Power videos. As always, thank you for watching.